This is a very, very good horse you got here, John Joe.
He is a very good horse. We've always believed in him, really, from the day we've got him. And he's been a bit frustrating a little bit this year because the races haven't been run at any pace, you know. He likes a good gallop, and I'd like to thank JP for letting AP ride him for us, you know. And his horse ran a blinder, but it was we really appreciated AP anyway, getting the ride, so it was great.
Were you a bit worried about the ground coming into the race today? Because he's done most of his running on soft ground. So.
Yeah, I was, to be honest, but they did put a bit of water on last night, so that helped us a bit. I was definitely worried yesterday, but I was glad to hear they were watering a bit, so no, it was great.
Here is the winning trainer, David Pipe. Absolutely thrilled with that, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's fantastic, obviously. You know, you're a bit nervous after a poor run in the King George, but if he came back to his Betfair form, then obviously it gave him a great chance. But, you know, a lot of work had been done by Mary Bromley back at home, and our vet, Ray Dillaway, as well, and Sarah, you know, she's continued the treatment. Sarah Buckley, who looks after Dinas, so it's a big team effort.
He was always going okay, but you were always hopeful you were going to catch Hidden Cyclone because he's led them a real good clip, hasn't he?
Yeah, I thought Hidden Cyclone had, you know, nicked a couple of lengths, and Tom was just trying to creep in there. I mean, Tom, we went through the race, he's ridden him exactly the way we said, and you know, it's nice. It's great to get him in front. You know, everyone thought he was going to win last year, and he finished second, so it's great to come back and win this year.
Tom, when we spoke after Western Warhorse won on Tuesday, there was an element of disbelief. This one looked more like sheer delight.
Yeah, it was. It was just. It's always nice, as Jamie said yesterday, when a horse has had its doubts and one you have so much belief in and so much confidence in. Yeah, everybody's entitled to their bad days. Everybody's entitled to their bad runs, but it's a. Things don't really annoy me, but it was annoying me when people were saying, "Oh, he's in and out, he's in and out." He's not in and out. He's run badly once in the King George, you know. And you know, every horse has his on and off days. But today we saw the real him, and to come at Cheltenham, this is what it's all about: is to come and perform on the big days, on the biggest stage. And he's gone and done that, and I'm delighted with the horse. It's an incredible training performance by David to get him back, you know, because he did have a few problems after the King George, which, you know, David said. Mary Bromley's done a fantastic job on him, and from the word go, it was back to what he felt like before Kempton, and it was just a tremendous thrill.
For such an inexperienced horse, that was some performance.
Definitely. Jumped and travelled and took a pull at the back of the second last, and you know, he just had that extra gear kicking off when we straightened up, and he kept going. He was innocent enough in front. He's still relatively immature, so but he's a gorgeous horse for the future.
Were you always confident you'd outstay Annie Parr from the last?
When she joined me for a second, I thought she was going to pick up and beat me, but when push came to shove, my foot out, seemed to find more.
Looks as though he really appreciates this ground as well.
Yeah, well, it's on the easy side. He's not a slow horse. As I said, I took a pull at the back of the second last, so you know, he didn't ride at any stage like a slow horse. I came from the tail of the field. You know, you rode him nearly like a non-stayer who stayed really well. He's gorgeous.
You and John Joe, an old association renewed in this race.
10 years ago today. Yeah.
Well done.
Cheers, lads.
John Joe, congratulations, John Joe. This has turned into quite a day, quite a festival.
Yeah, it's not bad. I hope it never stops. Yeah, he was. We're very pleased with the horse. He was in great old form, you know, and he was just coming along nicely and that. And we didn't run him on the heavy ground, and I think that stood to him really, you know, because he's still a big frame of a horse really, and coming to himself. And Adele rides him out every day, and she kept telling me how good he was and how well he was. So it all came together nicely, so it was brilliant, yeah.
But did you think when AP brought him home to win a handicap hurdle at Wetherby on Charlie Hall Day, you've got a world hurdle contender on your hands then?
No, I didn't really, because he doesn't show you that at home, you know. He's just a real placid horse and just goes about his business, never does anything flash, you know. So I've never really worked him hard really at home, and he's done his winning that way. So once he's well and healthy in himself, he shows us now he's a proper horse, isn't he?